Welcome back, my friends. This is your psychologist, Analina Alvarez. I am happy to share with you a video that I know you are going to love it because a lot of people have issues with this, and it's procrastinating, leaving things for tomorrow, for later. No, not right now. So procrastination is a very huge thing that let us not do things that we actually want to do because we want to do it tomorrow. So this is something that I'm going to show you what it is, where it's coming from, how you can overcome it, because I'm pretty sure you're anxious. You're like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. Like, I always push things for later, for later, for later, and I just never get to it. So first of all, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you where is it coming from, because a lot of people think that, oh no, he's just lazy or she's just lazy. But a lot of times it's not because a person is lazy. Many times, or usually, is because the emotions behind of the things or the task you need to do is what you're avoiding. So what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times we need to do some things that make us anxious about doing them, or we fear to do them. A lot of people say, well, I'm so scared to drive, like, oh my God, somebody wanted to teach me, and I'm just so shaking, and like I'll do it later, like right now I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And they keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And it's like, wait a minute. Uh, the worst about it is that we keep pushing the things for later on, but all this fear that we feel and the anxiety that we feel, or the pain. Sometimes there's people in a domestic violent relationship or a very toxic relationship, and they don't want to feel the pain of feeling lonely or feeling alone, so they keep holding on to this toxic relationship, and they want to put things for later. No, 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 I'll give it another try, I'll give it another year, and another year, another year. And it's like, wait a minute, things are not changing, they're still toxic, and you're just pushing things around. And the worst of everything is that all this pushing things away because of the feelings that you want to avoid feeling, it gets worse, because now that you push things later for a year, 2 years, 3 years later, now you are in a relationship that now you're feeling anger toward the person, you're feeling resentment towards the person, or you're feeling even hatred, which is the worst of everything. And it's because you've been pushing things around for later. A lot of people get frustrated, they feel insecure, they feel that, what, I don't want to go to school because it's so boring, it's so hard. But later on, because you didn't go to school, because you didn't like take that 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, or 5 years of your life to go to school and educate yourself, then the rest of your life you're gonna be an employee working for a minimum wage, maybe. And I'm not saying that being an employee is a bad thing, but what I'm saying is that if you had the time to actually put some effort into your life and like stop procrastinating things, you will see things better in your life. You will feel much better. So being able to actually overcome procrastination is it's not about action, but it's about how you feel. So how are you going to control those emotions? How are you going to regulate those? And you need to regulate your emotions about a certain thing, so you stop pushing it. So in able to not feel so fear about something, you need to regulate this feeling. So I'm going to give you a very simple example. If I actually tell you, okay, I want you to write a book for me, a novel. Write a novel with 400 pages. You would probably freak out and you would say, what, are you crazy? Me writing 400 pages? There's no way. And you can probably imagine someone doing it, but not you. And I said, okay, all right, don't write that book of 400 pages. But how about if I ask you to write one page for me today? Can you write one page for me today? And you said, well, I can do that. Okay. So what's your favorite, like, what would you like to write about? Well, I like to write about this. Okay, so you write a page for me, and I say, okay, thank you. Then the next day I come over and I say, okay, can you write another page for me, please? And then he's like, okay. And then if I tell you, I want you to write this page for me for a whole year. And you're like, a whole year? Oh my goodness, I don't think I'm busy. And you start giving me all these excuses because you want to procrastinate. And I said, okay, never mind. Don't worry about the whole page. But then I come back the next day and I said, listen, I was thinking about, can you just write a paragraph for me? A paragraph. Can you write a paragraph? And you said, well, yeah, no big deal. It's going to take me 10 minutes. Okay. You write a paragraph for me and then you give it to me. And I said, great, awesome. And then the next day I come, I said, can you write another paragraph for me? And you're like, another one? Okay. And then all of a sudden you're writing a paragraph a day. Okay. And you write it for a year. Or let's say you write it for 2 years. All of a sudden you have the 400-page book. And you're like, what is that? And I said, well, it's your book. And you're like, my book? And yeah, remember the paragraphs you were giving me? Here it is. So the whole point is that a big task can be broken down. So this is the way you're going to overcome procrastination, okay? You write it down. You write down what you want. Now you break it down. And now you stick to the plan of those little tasks. So if something is really bothering you because you had to do this big thing, break it down. Write it down, break it down, and start acting upon it. And make sure you do it every day. So take one day at a time. One day at a time. That's all you need to do. Today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about yesterday. Think about today. What do you have to do today? And I know every single one of us have to do things every day, right? Like every day, we have to shower, we have to eat, we have to do the things we do every day. So it's like, well, you just got to add whatever text that you want to stop procrastinating. You want to write it and do it every single day. And if you say, well, I want to lose weight. Okay. How many pounds do you want to lose? Let's say 12 pounds. Okay, 12 pounds in a year. So that means 1 pound a month. Okay, 1 pound a month. Okay, that's not bad. It doesn't sound very much. Yeah. So what do I do? Well, I need to eat so many calories. I need to this. So you break down what you need to eat and you do it one day at a time. I want to work out. Yeah, but it's so boring and it's so, oh my God, I have to have so much discipline to work out. Well, why don't you start small? 10 minutes. Take a walk for 10 minutes. Now you go out and all of a sudden you're not walking 10 minutes, you're walking 20 minutes and you didn't even notice. All of a sudden you like it and now you're walking 30 minutes. And so eventually the feeling that you get by doing the things you need to do is a powerful feeling, something that you're going to enjoy. But if you keep procrastinating because you're feeling and you're avoiding to feel sad or angry or hurt because you don't want to do the things and that's why you're procrastinating. See, all these things that you're feeling now later on are going to get worse, because if you stick with the toxic relationship for 6, 7, 8 years, later on, now your self-esteem is damaged, now you are hurting, now it's worse, now you have kids. I mean, it's like the pain that you could have felt for a short period of time for not procrastinating, now you're feeling so much more because you procrastinated. You follow me? So procrastination is the one of the worst enemies that the human has. So I know that you're not going to procrastinate and you're going to share this video with somebody else because somebody probably needs it. So I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. And once again, don't procrastinate to share it. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.